Ayrton Senna's last stand that shocked Formula One forever. Welcome back to F1 Box. Glad to have you with us. Stick to the end to find out how you can win an Amazon gift card. Make sure to subscribe, like and follow. This giveaway is only open to our loyal subscribers. And Senna's still pushing hard, heading through Tamburello. Oh no, Senna's gone off. He's off at Tamburello, straight into the wall. That was a hard hit. Absolute silence here as the Williams comes to a stop. There's no movement from the car. You can feel the tension around the circuit as everyone realizes the seriousness of that impact. What really happened that day? What was the outcome after the crash? Let's rewind a little to know the real story. Senna's story was one of passion, talent, and a relentless drive for excellence. Born on March 21, 1960 in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Senna was introduced to motorsport at a young age. His father gave him a go-kart when he was just 4 years old, and a love for speed that would define his life. By the time he was 13, Senna was racing karts competitively, and he quickly showed exceptional skills. He won his first race and felt the thrill of competition, which would stay with him forever. After years of karting, Senna moved to Britain in 1981 to pursue his dream of racing in Formula One. He left behind a comfortable life and even his marriage to dedicate himself fully to racing. In the following years, he won several championships in junior racing categories. By 1984, he had earned a place in Formula One with the Toleman team. It was clear from the start that Senna was special. At the 1984 Monaco Grand Prix, he finished in second place in heavy rain, showing his incredible control and focus. This race marked the beginning of his rise to fame. Then, later, Senna joined Lotus in 1985 and spent 3 successful seasons there, achieving his first Grand Prix win and securing 16 pole positions, but he wanted more. In 1988, he joined McLaren where he would find his greatest success. That year he won 8 races, earning his first world championship and defeating his teammate Alain Prost in a fierce rivalry that would define the sport. Senna and Prost pushed each other to the limit, often clashing on and off the track. In 1989, their rivalry reached its peak. Prost won the championship that year after a controversial collision with Senna at the Japanese Grand Prix. But in 1990, Senna fought back, winning his second world championship in another clash with Prost at the same track. He went on to win his third championship in 1991, marking his status as a racing legend. Many fans know Senna's driving style was aggressive, fearless and highly skilled. He could make a car do things others couldn't. His qualifying laps were particularly stunning, often putting him far ahead of his competitors. Martin Brundle, a fellow driver, once said, "Senna is a genius, just the right side of imbalance." His commitment was total. He was willing to push his body and mind to the limit to be the fastest. His talent was unmatched, but so was his desire to win, even if it meant taking risks others wouldn't. Senna also had a deep side, often speaking about his belief in God and his purpose in life. This sometimes led others to view him as intense and even mysterious. He once said, "The same moment that you become the fastest, you are enormously fragile, because in a split second, it can all be gone." This awareness of danger never stopped him. For Senna, racing was not just a sport, it was a path to self-discovery, a way to understand his own limits. Then came the 1st of May 1994. Ayrton Senna was in his Williams FW16, ready for the San Marino Grand Prix at the Imola track in Italy. 2 drivers had already suffered accidents that weekend, including Roland Ratzenberger, who had lost his life during qualifying. It was such a sad moment, and Senna, who was always driven to push his limits, seemed unusually quiet. He knew the dangers of the track, but his love for racing kept him going. As the race began, Senna took the lead, but the atmosphere was heavy. On the 7th lap, as he approached the Tamburello corner at high speed, his car suddenly went straight off the track and hit the concrete wall. The world watched in horror as his car struck the barrier. The crash was devastating, and soon it was clear that Senna was severely injured. Medical teams rushed to the scene, but sadly, Senna did not survive. The news spread fast and fans everywhere were heartbroken. Ayrton Senna, the 3-time world champion and one of the greatest drivers, was gone. Millions mourned Senna's passing. His funeral in Sao Paulo was attended by thousands, and people across the world watched the ceremony. Many Formula One drivers, including Prost, joined his family in saying goodbye. It was a powerful moment that showed just how much Senna meant to the sport and his fans. Senna was more than just a driver. He was a hero, especially in his home country of Brazil. He used his fame and wealth to help children in need, donating millions to charity. His foundation, set up after his death, continues to support education programs for poor children in Brazil. Senna once said, "If I ever happen to have an accident that costs my life, I hope it happens in one instant." His wish came true, but his impact did not end there. He inspired people worldwide, from fans to future drivers who saw him as a symbol of courage and excellence. Senna's rivalry with Alain Prost may have been fierce, but Prost was deeply affected by his death. He later said, "Ayrton was a man who would be your friend one moment and your rival the next, but in his heart, he was good." Frank Williams, who owned the team Senna drove for in his final race, also spoke about the loss, saying Ayrton was no ordinary person. He was actually a greater man out of the car than in it. His tragic death brought immense changes to Formula One. The crash at Imola made everyone realize that safety needed to be improved. F1 introduced new safety regulations to protect drivers, and tracks were redesigned to reduce the risk of high-speed accidents. Senna's death was a turning point for the sport, leading to stronger helmets, safer cars, and better medical response. His legacy lives on in the safety measures that have saved countless lives since then. Even today, Senna's memory remains strong. He is remembered not only for his skill on the track, but for his spirit, his intensity, and his drive to be the best. He inspired generations of drivers to aim higher, to push their limits, and to race with heart. Formula One would never be the same after Ayrton Senna, and his legacy of excellence and bravery is a gift that continues to shape the sport. As promised, we are giving away a $10 Amazon gift card to one of our loyal followers. All you need to do is leave us a comment with what you would like to see on our next videos. That's it. The best idea will win this Amazon $10 gift card. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next videos, as we will continue to do more giveaways, gift cards, team merchandise, and more.